cell phone. Y'all done did it now, YouTube. What's up, y'all? I wanted to talk about this Tasha K, Cardi B versus battle in the courtroom. This type of banter is what I do on my Instagram live. That's why I have the followers I have on Instagram live because of the banter that I do. Let's get into it. First of all, the court awarded Cardi B $3.8 million for her case against Tasha K. So I'm not going to speak heavily about certain things because I don't know certain things. For example, I don't know what the case actually technically what was Cardi B suing for. I believe it was slander. Um, but I'm just going to speak on what I know and what I feel and what I've been hearing in these YouTube streets, on the blogs, on, just hearing what Tasha K said. She released her statement, yada, yada, yada. I did see Cardi B. She was on TMZ. She thanked the court system. She thanked the jurors. But this is my thing, La Cienega Boulevard, is this is my thing about you. Allegedly, you are a blood gang member. La Cienega Boulevard is. You admitted this. La Cienega Boulevard is. There are tweets of this. There is video footages. Even though they sweep the YouTube streets, they did sweep a lot of those old footages of Cardi B, aka La Cienega Boulevard is. I said, okay, cool. But the tweets are still out there. And when I do edit this video, this is probably one of the first videos I edit. I will add it while I'm talking. A couple of the tweets where she says, her affiliation. Also, the Plant 6ix9ine in his plant case said that La Cienega Boulevard was a alleged gang member. Also, it was the alleged gang talk. Nipsey Hussle, Plant Nipsey Hussle even spoke on La Cienega Boulevard in the Instagram post referring to, I believe, the word blue as flu, or, again, I am not a street aficionado, so I cannot tell you, but you know what I'm talking about. Go look it up. Miss Google is your friend. Anyway, Tasha K lost her case. The streets is saying Tasha K did not have good lawyers. I would tend to agree with the streets on this because the streets are saying, so this is all allegedly, I don't know this to be true, that Tasha K admitted to lying on the stand about stories. If this is true, Tasha K definitely had horrible lawyers because we just was watching Power Ghost book and we know you got to do what you got to do. You deny. Okay, ain't no way you supposed to talk around it. It's no way that you admit that you lied about something on the stand. Never in the day. You talk around it, you answer it in another way, but you don't admit, yes, I lied. So I don't know if this is true, but this is what the YouTube streets are saying. I said, okay, whatever. But this is my thing. Cardi B messed up in this case to me. And here's why. You are never supposed to admit in court document about anything involving your mental health. So to me, when La Cienega Boulevard says she wanted to off herself, she was depressed because of what I said. Blood gang member, not you, not blood gang member. La Cienega Boulevard is from the block who violates people. You wanted to take your life because of what a blogger you never met said? That doesn't fit the narrative of who you are. I'm gonna tell you something. And then, like I said, they playing with people's emotions. This is how they get you. So now people don't like Tasha K so much. They hate Tasha K so much. They're so happy. Oh, Tasha, oh, they're so happy. But to me, this is gonna affect the blogging world and the YouTube world as well, because a lot of what people hear is rumors. Even if you hear you have a source, whatever, that don't mean the source telling the truth. The source don't know everything. So to me, it's gonna affect YouTubers. So I don't understand why they're so excited about Tasha K's loss in court. So I didn't understand that. But So I said, okay, really don't like Tasha K, but the thing is, y'all really didn't like La Cienega Boulevard is, and now the tables, they're about to change this narrative, and now y'all about to be in love with her, because now La Cienega Boulevard is and paid for somebody's funeral in New York, so y'all like, oh, she beat her in court, she paid for funeral, she's a saint. Same blood gang member who drugged and robbed men allegedly. But okay. Like I said, y'all gotta pay attention to when they switch the narrative. I was mentioning this earlier, they did the same thing to that Brittany Renner. Don't know who this is, but I just remember the blogs, the comments was dragging Brittany Renner for whatever reason, whoever the baby daddy is, I don't know. She says nigga, don't know if she's black or white. I think she's mixed. I did think she is mixed, white mother. But then when went on that podcast, y'all was here, oh, I like her. I'm just like, dang, that's how it goes. So if somebody say something you like them. Even though y'all just was dragging them. It's the hypocrisy. That's just how you know society and Gen Pop is easily manipulated, easy to be swayed. It's all about likes, views, follows for energy. Like I tell people all the time. Anyway, I want to take y'all back down memory lane to a man named Kevin Federline, who was a backup dancer. My thing is this. You admitted, Luciana Boulevard, that you wanted to take your life and you were depressed because of what a YouTube vlogger you never met said on the internet. Now, don't get me wrong. What allegedly was said was harsh. I'm going to say this. Whether Tasha K admitted she lied, didn't admit she lied, whatever. At the time of the Strawberry interview, we don't know nobody pussy facts. We don't know what nobody said, we don't know what nobody had going on, didn't. You have to have proof. When it's all said and done, if you gonna throw something out there like that, that's a strong accusation. You better have some type of proof. So you lost. But for La Cienega Boulevard is to admit, oh, I wanted to hurt myself. So pay attention to this. Just down the line, not wishing nothing on anybody. Just down the line. Let's say her and Offset break up. Let's say, okay, and mind you, I'm doing the narrative that this is a woman, so pay attention. Let's say her and Offset break up. Okay, cool. Who's to say, and I don't know the court system, so I could be wrong, but who's to say this can't be brought back up about your mental health and you wanting to harm yourself simply over what a blogger said online that you had never met? Or allegedly that open case that's still going on with Plant 9 girlfriends and them. Who's to say that can't be brought up? So I don't know how, like I said, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not this, but I'm not that, but all I'm saying is just pay attention. You never admit anything about your mental health in court. And I'm not even, again, a court aficionado, because I don't like them things. I don't do the crime because I don't want to do the time, okay? But I'm just telling you what I know to stay out of those situations. So I just thought it was very interesting how the algorithm is switching all, like a lot of YouTubers, they dragging Tasha K. They excited. I said, oh, this is a mess. But I just feel like I wouldn't drag Tasha K because, for one, that's a black woman. Tasha K is the one who allegedly said she would drug and rob men. Tasha K allegedly is the one. Don't get me wrong, Tasha K just said some problematic shit. That's why I don't follow Tasha K, because once I start, now don't get me wrong, I can disagree with a YouTuber, but like certain things, energy, vibes, all that stuff matters to me. Once I'm not feeling the vibe no more, I don't follow. Okay, I'm cool. So don't get me wrong, I'm not Tasha K can do no wrong. I'm not no whiner or nothing, but to me, it was Tasha K and Cardi B was one and the same. They was both on the internet, reckless, running their mouths. So that's why I didn't understand why everybody was villainizing Tasha K and praising Cardi B, because it's like Cardi B was talking shit just like Tasha K was talking shit. Tasha just was using her platform on YouTube. Cardi B would go on Instagram Live and say whatever. Mind you, in situations, Cardi B or necessarily talking about Tasha K. Like even just prior to this Tasha K shit, when Cardi B would get into it with people online, she would say whatever, the roaches, whatever, the little comments y'all be talking about. People talk reckless online. In a minute, everybody gonna be able to sue everybody for talking shit online. So y'all better be careful of that shit y'all be talking. Ooh, sparking that. So I just this whole situation is gonna change this whole YouTube algorithm. This whole situation should be a learning experience for YouTubers or celebs. Tasha K said in her statement she was gonna keep fighting, child. Child. I wouldn't have revealed that in my statement. I just would have. Can't never let them know what you're doing, girl. And I see some people say Tasha K should have taken accountability, or she should have just deleted the video. My thing is, to me, if Tasha K would have never went as hard as she did, it wouldn't even have been no need to delete the video because it would have been an interview with somebody that knew Cardi B. You get what I'm saying? It would have just been simply that she alleged Cardi B had this STI, CD, and it would have just been that because she's had other video. Cardi B ain't getting that money. I agree. I agree. I don't think Cardi B gonna see that money. They already got videos talking about Tasha K gonna file, can't file bankruptcy. I said these people just they got shit. F all that. That's just a judgment. You can pay the judgment. That's a big judgment, but you can pay that. I'm talking about the fact y'all ain't pay attention to this girl talking about something she gonna kill herself. That's that's deeper to me than a judgment. You was gonna you was gonna take your life. Now don't get me wrong. That's strong. They want Tasha to take accountability, but Cardi B make it make sense. My thing is, they was one and the same to me as far as online. It's just that Tasha K had a platform. Tasha K had a large following. That was the only thing. That's how I really was. I will say probably getting back to Cardi B because, but I'm gonna keep it real. You ain't gotta have a large platform because I have screenshots of me interacting with Cardi B in like 2017, and I have a small platform. So you really it's just all Cardi B on BB online a lot. That's really what it's about. I seen the Google parties be scrolling them comments just like her husband said she do, all on the internet. But this is my thing. The history that Cardi B has with bloggers, I'm not just looking at this case. I'm looking at especially black women bloggers. I'm looking at the history with the Shade Room, the history with Tea Tenders, the history with Famous, um, the history even with the neighborhood talk, even though that's a male, but he was with the Shade Room. Um, a name Famous Tea Tender, who a lovely T. All these black women bloggers, Cardi B was at one point. Now I ain't gonna. I take. I'm. Let me. I'm about to misspeak. All those black women bloggers were not here for Cardi B. All those people I named, T Tenders, Families, the share, all of these. Don't get me wrong. They posted her on their platform, and that is where Cardi B got her fame from. Is social media from the black blogs. They posted Cardi B for sure. But it wasn't always a kiki. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes it was funny, but other times we were laughing at Cardi. Let's keep it a bean. Let's keep it a The Shade Room used to be shady. If you really was on Instagram, you know what's up. Famous used to go in. Lib used to crack jokes. Lovely T more so with, it was just because Cardi was the ghetto Latina good water dance, like I call her. And even Latina was a bougie girl child, but it's a history for me. This is gonna set precedent for what a lot of people say. This is gonna really set the precedent for how you can move on YouTube with people, and not even necessarily that, but how comfortable people are about sharing things that they know about people in the industry, or it's gonna change a lot. So while all these YouTubers are hip hip hooray, especially the ones who this is their livelihood, I don't see why they wouldn't be, of course, reporting it because it's major news. So I definitely feel people should get the views on the algorithm, absolutely. But I don't feel like they should be as happy as they are. If that's weird, if y'all get what I'm saying, I don't feel like they should be as excited as they are. Make sure y'all hit the like the video for me. But everybody's different. Everybody thinks differently. We are in solidarity right now. I feel like a lot of these, especially these black women YouTubers, I really think they shouldn't be jumping on the bandwagon. Cardi B got to watch what she does, not because she's what. Yeah, Cardi B done play the card. You got to what? Yep. The comment, it go kind of, the chat be going fast. Let me see if I can see it. Oh, yeah, y'all been in the chat. See, I ain't even been reading it. Hold on. Cardi B ain't getting that money. They want Tasha to take accountability, but Cardi B make it make sense. Cardi B can't control posture. That's the problem, right? And if y'all notice, Cardi's getting closer and closer to all of these bloggers. Jason Lee, Armand Wiggins, all these YouTubers and all these bloggers who have nice sized platforms. Because their fans are following them. Because Cardi knows that's where her fame is, through the blogs, through social media. Foreigners run them blog sites. That's true. The Shade Room's run by, that's the African. For gossip and money come with ain't no black woman thing. Cardi deserved that bread. If it was you, you'll want her head. See, if it was me, to be honest with you, if it was me, I would, it would have been me an old girl. But see, what happened is, I wouldn't have sued her for one. If it was me, that's different. But I didn't say I'm a blood gang member. That'd be my thing. When are you tough and when are you not? See, y'all, that's why I say all this shit is so fake because how are you tough? How are you a blood gang member but you suing bitches over words though? Like that, I'm so, I can't co-sign it. And like I said, I'm not a street aficionado, but you can't be both to me. You pick who you are. Either you the person you want to kill yourself or you're a blood gang member. Pick who you are. If it was me, I would have handled Tasha was worded out. That's where Tasha messed up to me. The interview, I didn't see nothing wrong with the interview until it did seem like Tasha was like getting excited to have dirt versus being an interviewer. But even in that still, this is somebody else saying that Cardi B has this STI, STD allegedly. So the interview could have stood, but I guess it was the video after video after different videos allegedly where Tasha kept going with that narrative. Because after that, I kind of would have dropped it. I would have did the Star Marie interview, and then I would have just moved on to my next T, because Tasha kept reporting about Cardi, about Offset, this, and that. So I feel like, well, you gotta, it's the way you gotta do things. But T, you gotta report it and move on to the next. You can't seem like you're so invested. So I can see where people are coming from saying, "Oh, Tasha kept on, kept on." I can see that. But in the same sense, if I was Tasha Lawrence, I would have used Cardi words against her, and I would have said, Cardi B has admitted that her name brings views, and they do. So I use Cardi B name just like every other YouTuber. It's not against the YouTube guidelines. If you wanted to get up here and make a video a day about somebody, you really could. I want to see what this motherfucker's gonna do. If I was Tasha K, I would have rebranded this whole thing. I wouldn't if especially with the Lord she had. I would have just at that point I agree with everybody else. I take it back. I would have took the video down once Cardi wanted to settle that first time. If you didn't really have no strong case, excuse me, because you could tell when you winning or losing. If I was Tasha K, I wouldn't have even made that video. I would have rebranded. I would have kept Tasha K. Don't want Tasha K brand. See how it go as far as me making videos. I do feel she should have made a statement. I'm actually glad Tasha made a statement. Whether I agree with what she said, disagree, I'm glad that Tasha K made her statement. But baby, this is gonna change things. I'm telling you all. The algorithm, everything is gonna change. Slowly but surely, it's gonna change because of this. But it was interesting to me too. Like I said, allegedly Cardi got up there. I want to know. I want Tasha K to break it down because everybody is saying what they know about the case, but I want to hear it out the motherfucker's mouth. And I know they're not gonna talk about it because I want to know what this motherfucker lied about. Because everybody and their mama on YouTube to report Tasha K admitted to lied about blogging. That's real important because that's your credibility. You never supposed to say that. So I want to know what y'all think about this because this is really surface teeth. And Tasha K's statement was interesting about, hold on, let me see if we'll play it. About going against the machine. Press the like button for me, y'all, too. Thank you. About going against the machine, sympathy and payola, which is what Nikki said. I don't think you had no good lawyers. I ain't gonna hold you. Because ain't no way no lawyers would have had to admit anything. I'm thinking I'm gonna do another video soon. I'm about to see. I'm gonna do. This is just a little live talking, me talking shit. But I'm gonna do a official video about this probably tomorrow. Because I wanted y'all to get my reaction. It was also interesting, like how everybody was just, ooh, all the YouTubers jumped on the bandwagon, yo. Like it was crazy. All right, let's see. I'm about to play it so we can, hopefully y'all can hear it. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. All right, yeah, we gonna listen to it and see what Tasha K, what y'all think. Because a lot of people feel like Tasha should apologize. Tasha get money for disrespecting any woman, not just Cardi. Wendy Williams can sue Tasha right now. We ain't right now, child. And one thing I will say, this Wendy don't be getting them. Wendy ain't get this a suit. That is interesting. And Wendy been blogging for 20, 30 years. Wendy ain't had no suit like this. And everybody was talking about it. CNN, everybody talked about this case. Okay, so pause. She said the machine was against her for not waiting from her personal beliefs. So what she said is she personally believed Luciana Boulevard is allegedly had an STI or STD.
Machine that has corporate interests to protect prostitution, drug use, promiscuity, and to glorify the violence that wreaks havoc on our society and in our neighborhoods.
Yeah, I feel like she throwing shade, not prostitution. She throwing shade. She throwing shade at the blood, at gang, at that. She throwing shade at all the new cultures, the new fads.
And to glorify it's sold to our children as the it factor. This machine, this thing, secured an extremely prejudicial verdict against myself and my company solely off of sympathy and payola.
Now, I'm gonna say this. Even though Tasha, like I said, you was running thick, cause I heard you, cause I was laughing right with you sis when you was calling her herpes B allegedly. I was he, so I'm not gonna sit up here in front. I stand on what I do, but you, to me, like I said, you should have let the interview stand. But I do agree, sympathy was involved. I don't know about the payola, but sympathy definitely was involved. And we already know. First of all, let's be all the way, honey. Do we believe this is a real case? Can we be real? Can I talk? Because you know what I feel. Now Tasha K, his name is on CNN. Like, pay attention. This no press is bad press. No publicity is bad publicity. Just pay attention. But again, we playing along for the algorithm purposes. Um, so when y'all see me again cover surface teeth, things like this is for algorithm purposes. The sympathy I agree with because from my understanding, I see in the party was crying on the stand like I again, you said you wanted to take your life. So that is sympathy. You said you was depressed. You used those trigger words. I'm depressed. I wanna kill myself because now don't get me wrong. Like I said, that's strong. The H ain't keeping it P at all. You hear me? For real. But I understand. So I'm not never saying that did not bother Cardi B. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is for you to say you wanted to harm yourself, like those are trigger terms. I don't believe that's true. I believe she wanted to probably beat Tasha K ass. You feel me? I believe she like who wouldn't? You don't want to beat her ass, beat Star Maria, and I believe that 100%. And of course you can't say that because she's a public figure. But for me to believe you wanted to kill yourself, I don't believe that. You still made major plays. You made music. You still went on. So no, that's why I don't even know how that rocked in court because you you still made millions of dollars according to you. But okay, we're gonna keep going. But Tasha, girl,
Need to redact the real reason as to why I was reporting on the issues at hand and succeeded in making me out to be an angry and malicious woman. This is a real business. I am a wife of 17 years, a mother to a beautiful 15-year-old girl who's an honor student, and a 2-year-old son. My platform creates news and sheds light on the issues going on in our society. My First Amendment right poses a threat to the machine's sole intention to mislead the public with caricatures built on violence, selling sex, and images of a denounced stereotype. Look at Chicago and LA and various other cities that can't even sit in their own living room and braid their kids' hair without worrying about bullets flying through and killing their children.
where is this going, sis? Where we going? Cardi B, the case, Chicago, New York, New Orleans. Where we at, sis? Like I'm confused. What? I'm
My
not saying
First
what she
Amendment
said don't make
rights
sense, but
tend
come
to
on,
the
sis.
public and
Don't now you trying to use sympathy on me. That girl can put a spine through there. Now you trying to get sympathy from me. Like, girl.
as a bully, vile, and malicious towards a machine that glorifies a lifestyle meant to serve as modern day genocide on our people. A machine that clearly influences our children on how to kill, sell their bodies, and more. You can't bully someone or something that takes pride in painting our children and teaching our children to be degenerates. And if you are a public figure that pushes this image and this lifestyle for likes and views and a way to make money in our
Whoa, 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 whoa. But you doing the same thing. Whoa, 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 whoa. You do the same thing. You post tea on these same people that post these agendas. So
then I and we have the duty to exercise our First Amendment right as traditional media and new age digital media analysts to say no, this ain't it. This is not defamation or invasion of privacy when these machines have pushed this lifestyle on us for profit. This ain't about $4 million. This machine never wanted my money. They wanted to shut down my company in order to protect their assets that glorify this reckless and dangerous lifestyle pushed on us and our children.
so now this is my thing. I agree with what Tasha's saying, but I wish Tasha would have went more in depth because the thing is this: the machine. Probably about the whole.
On us for profit. This ain't about $4 million. This machine never wanted my money. They wanted to shut down my company.
That's what I was gonna say. I do believe they want to shut down her company, though. I do believe that.
Protect their assets that glorify this reckless and dangerous lifestyle pushed on us and our children. It was about someone demanding that I respect and give respect to something that has never earned my respect. This is about changing the
She's saying she don't fuck with you, Cardi B, still to this day. That's what she said. She's saying you're never gonna get my respect. 4 million, 10 million, zero peso. She said I don't fuck with you.
history of how things have
And
been
I
done in
feel like she
Hollywood.
talking as if she felt like she was gatekeeping our blackness in a way. The way the things that she's saying is that because she used the term culture vulture. I see what she's saying.
Over a century. There are no more gatekeepers, no more red tape,
They're still
no more
gatekeepers.
waiting
There's a
to be
lot.
picked and told what you have to do. If we simply believe in ourselves and our God given right to live our lives purposeful and don't allow our gifts to die with us, we all hold the key to change. New age digital media, such as myself, and traditional media, we exercise our First Amendment right to publish our opinions and facts concerning these caricatures of stereotypes pushed
See, that's another word, caricature. She's talking about you, Luciana Boulevard Days. I'm trying to tell you, these are trigger points. These are trigger words for you.
in our homes and into our society, and we are just supposed to accept it because there's money on the table? No, absolutely not. This case was meant to drain me financially, and it did not. And send a message to anyone who thinks they have the right to challenge a machine that protects their corporate interests. We knew this case. We knew why this case didn't go our way. Our First Amendment right was intentionally hindered from the
So you knew you was damn from the start. So why did you not just take the deal and just take the video down? If you was damn from the start and we y'all knew, girl.
the case was filed. My company and I have built a platform that has been stamped over and over by traditional media and, most importantly, my viewers, you all. I have broken hundreds of stories on this platform from the moment I started recording videos in my guest bedroom back in 2015 while working at Seasons 52 as a server. I know y'all maybe think this is over, but no, this is just the beginning.
People was mad at this.
I will spend as many years as I can to protect our right to
They're
voice
like, why
our
you don't give
opinions
up till I
and
suffer,
facts
child?
on these images that are sold and pushed on us. The appeal process has already started, and we intend to expose every conspiracy against me, my company, and my family. I was supposed to be destroyed a long time ago, but it did not happen. I am still here.
I'm,
We are still
I'm,
here.
I'm
This
still
machine tried to
here.
squeeze us
Okay,
from
but
everything, but God said otherwise and blessed us with much, much more.
God, pay
We have
attention.
built this platform video by video from my guest bedroom back in 2015, coupled with the best and most creative eyes and hands in production, my husband, my backbone. And he is the only man that encouraged me to fight this case from the beginning.
Child, we shouldn't, girl.
My case will set a precedent for all future media, and we intend to fight until the truth is out. There was no defamation, no
Okay, so
invasion
it's a
of privacy, and suicidal thoughts. And
okay, so defamation and that's why I said we gonna rewatch this tomorrow. I'm gonna just see how many views I get for this tonight, but we gonna rewatch this tomorrow because this is what I wanted to hit on. So Tasha is saying that this was a defamation. I'm gonna go back.
my case will set a precedent for all future media, and we intend to fight until the truth is out. There was no defamation, no invasion of privacy.
Okay, so defamation and invasion of privacy. So basically, you're saying Tasha K invaded. So